What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a bit of an update for Destiny 2's future, and specifically for the Beyond Light expansion release coming in the fall of this year. So, unfortunately not bringing entirely good news right here, and kind of reminiscent of something that we had last year. But essentially, Bungie have updated the Beyond Light release window. And so, let's jump straight into the blog post. They've said, we've made the decision to move the release of Destiny 2 Beyond Light to November 10th. And of course that is, nearly a couple of months later than when it's supposed to actually drop. And Deej goes on to say, as the first chapter in a new trilogy of expansions, Beyond Light is the beginning of a new era of Destiny 2, and we have a powerful story to tell, with incredible new features that we're really excited for players to experience. But as always, our goal is to make the coolest and most entertaining expansion we can, and to that end, we're doing what's best for the game and moving the launch date. He goes on to say that the past few months have been a challenge and will continue to be during the pandemic, and we've learned to create together in a new way by having to work apart from one another. Despite these hurdles, we're still committed to the same level of quality that our fans expect. And so that's the initial part. Beyond Light is being delayed until November, which makes this current season an incredibly long one. Also on Twitter, they do point out that later on today, they're going to have additional details about how the extended Season of Arrivals is going to kind of keep players engaged until November. I'm not sure whether they'll have any kind of new announcements or things like that associated with this season's content. But they finish by saying, in the blog post at least, that over the coming weeks, we'll be unveiling more of what we're working on for Beyond Light, and what that also means for Season of Arrivals, which will now extend to November 10th, and Beyond Light will set the stage for an incredible future of Destiny 2. Though it's coming later than we originally anticipated, we're excited to continue that journey with you this November. And so there we go. I guess it's one of those. It's definitely a little bit disappointing, right, as a fan of the game. We were really anticipating having another few weeks from now and then being able to get into Year 4 with the start of Beyond Light. But then the additional seasons for Year 4 as well, right? Because this also has an impact on the whole timeline of the year, presumably. With Shadowkeep, we saw it launch early in October, and so Bungie did go ahead and launch the following season, Season of Dawn, in December. But with this being a November 10th release date, that would be pretty much a month before when they would typically launch the winter season for Destiny 2. And I don't imagine that they're going to somehow cram all of that content into just the period of 1 month. So maybe we're going to see a bit of a shift in the whole schedule here. And in terms of why it's happening, of course, Bungie haven't given us very, very specific details, but broadly speaking, they're saying that their current system and how they're having to produce content working from home and things like that is really playing a significant role in why this is happening. And I've got no doubt that that's the case, although Bungie had suggested that hopefully they were going to hit all of the product goals and stuff like that this year. Obviously something behind the scenes is changing. Nonetheless, Beyond Light is still coming out on November 10th. And we'll have to wait and see what Bungie have to tell us about the remainder of this season, which of course is now extended. Again guys, I'm definitely disappointed, but at the same time, if Bungie had a product that was just unable to be released, right, or turns out for us as players to not be as good as what we want it to be, I'm sure that would be more disappointing in the long run. So we'll have to see what happens over the next few weeks, but I figured I'd jump in and get you this update ASAP. So there we go guys, I'll keep you posted if we get any important details in this week at Bungie. Be sure to give us your thoughts below guys, but for now, regardless, I hope you have an awesome day.